I am doing a presentation on Pinocchio. So, the story takes place somewhere in Italy, but for some reason, everyone has a French accent. I don't know why. Geppetto is a carpenter. He also makes a lot of useless things like a bajillion clocks that are just weird as heck. His latest creation, Pinocchio, which he wants to be alive as a child of his, but it just isn't. So then Jiminy Cricket pretty much wants to cook himself. As they all go to sleep, this blue fairy thingy, which is a human-shaped pancake with butter on top of it, appears and makes Pinocchio come to life. Obviously, it's Disney. What do we expect? And then Jiminy Cricket, the booger, turns into a business booger. So later on, Pinocchio is supposed to go to school, but then follows Honest John, which I forgot the name 10 times when I was making this, and he gets kidnapped into the puppet cartel. Start off here on his journey to, the theater. He found Stromboli, a famous puppeteer who is basically Mr. Krabs but a human. Then Pinocchio got locked in prison and became depressed. So then the booger had decided that great power comes great responsibility, and went to save Stampy Longnose. Then the blue fairy, the pancake, came in with the typical Disney glory and saved them. Much later on, Pinocchio decides to listen to Falco's bestie again, go to Pleasure Island, and then they enter the Shrek movie for a few minutes. Then Pinocchio escapes, and then he realizes that he was not being very smart. Upon his return, he finds an empty house. A pigeon that was not a pigeon just brought in a note saying he got eaten by Monstro. Pinocchio, he needed Geppetto, he needed a house, he needed food. Did he need food? Okay, so then he journeyed off through the water, literally through the water.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Okay, he just tied a rock to himself and drowned himself, but he didn't drown. They soon found the fish, the big fish, the very big whale fish, suffocated it, and it coughed them up. When they hit shore, Pinocchio, he pretty much Then he went home, took a nap for a bit, and then he got woken up by the blue fairy and became a human. Hopefully he also gained some brain cells. And hopefully I regained the brain cells I lost watching and reading this. Now, next thingies. So, scarcity. It means we have unlimited needs and wants, but limited resources to satisfy them. Here's an example actually. Pinocchio wanted to explore and have fun, but he never seemed to get enough of it. Okay, so then human resources. So, someone who is completing a certain task using their special set of skills. So, example, this could be like Geppetto's carpentry is a very good example of this. Natural resources are resources that are provided by the environment. We are going to pretend I moved that bar down a little. In the beginning, the blue fairy said, "Little puppet made of pine, awake." Yes, this is like from 1940, so the English is a bit weird. And pine is from the environment. Capital resources, a human-made resource which is used for goods and services. Here's a good one. Money. There is literally a pile of money there. Then we have incentives, which is anticipated costs to influence human choice. So, the fox guy. He would lure Pinocchio to Stromboli, guy who was pretty much running the puppet cartel, using easy and become famous to entice Pinocchio to go to the puppet cartel, which he thought was a good thing. Choice is having more than one choice available. A thing we could use from could be Pinocchio could have listened to Jiminy Cricket or listened to the fox guy to the left, and just go to the theater and join the puppet cartel. The psychological wants are things that someone wants but just doesn't need. Pinocchio didn't need to go to Pleasure Island, but still chose to go since he wanted to. Physical wants are things that people require to survive, like food, water, shelter, clothes. Pinocchio couldn't find Geppetto, who was supposed to provide a home, food, and clothes for Pinocchio. I don't know how food would work for Pinocchio since he is literal wood. The opportunity cost is the other choice that was available, but just wasn't chosen. For Pinocchio to not go with Honest John and instead go to school. Yeah, thanks for watching. Oh my gosh, it's finally over. The amount of time, the pain, the suffering, it's over. Finally. You can now start cringing or something, I don't know.